We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Hey, Dave. Well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Brooklyn. Just a few spots below there.
And right now for the Nets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's none in at the point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. Thomas is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the one spot. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Jones finds Adebayo. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's LeVert missing. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Jones, the pass to none. Stops, pops. Jones, no luck. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the inside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler against Harris. And Butler gets it to go on the assist from Robinson.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's Miami's ball. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. On the basket by Jones.
That was just a perfect possession. Getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
It's stolen by Jones. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Chioza. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. 18 feet out. Miami grabs the miss.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Butler. Doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Right side, Thomas. LeVert with the wide open look. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. LeVert's got 6. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Now here's Butler trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Harris dishes to Allen. Robinson against Harris. Three-pointer, LeVert. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Now Lance Thomas gets out and runs those first 2 steps hard and the finish hard as well.
And the basket by Jones.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Nets trail by 3. And here's LeVert. He has 6. Chioza's shot is good.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
Thomas kicks to Harris. Chioza passes to Harris. And here's LeVert. Kicks it out to Allen. 5 to shoot. Back to LeVert. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To the left side wing. Chioza. Nunn grabs the board.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Nunn. From the arc. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Heat, Dragic is out there with Hero. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Olynyk in at the 5 down low.
One-year player at Texas. Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that.
Look at that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Johnson kicks to Allen. LeVert in the corner. Johnson outside, takes a 3. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Crowder, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Crowder's got 4 this quarter.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
3-pointer, LeVert. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Crowder goes in on the money with the shot from the left block. Crowder's got 6.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Here's Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
The pass to Dragic. Back to Olynyk. Got a piece of it. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Karuch. No points in the game yet for him.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Thomas. Crawford comes in for Jared Allen. And Garrett Temple subbed in for LeVert. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Hero. Again, the miss by the Heat. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Luwawu. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And that one, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, we're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are, do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up the fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Adebayo passes to Butler. Over Temple. Back to Adebayo. Out to the right wing. Miami again turning it over. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. These are the NBA's Swiss Army knives. Big men who give you a little bit of everything, including assists. These are the best passing centers and power forwards since the All-Star break. Fourth, Bam Adebayo.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Well, an offense that's unpredictable can be tough to guard. The ball doesn't go into the low post and never come out. It keeps moving thanks to their passing ability and playing unselfish basketball.
Leonard, the pass to Nunn. No good from outside. The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And in terms of team members, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Crawford, no luck. The Heat trail by 7. It's picked off. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. A 3 from Leonard. No good on the shot. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that should...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the one. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And it's Butler missing. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. LeVert finds Harris. Back to LeVert. Wide open look. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. The pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally. He does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the 3 ball is good. Robinson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Heat. LeVert from outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat. Yes, finally one drops after the 0-of-3 start.
Butler with the ball. Now Thomas defending. It's stolen by Allen. Here's LeVert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Nets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favored style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. We combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And all of those guys,
right?
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
Thomas passes to Llewellyn. The dish to Allen. Shakes him, and it's good on the way in. Allen's got 12 in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. And that one is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it's sent back by Allen. Offside Thomas. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Thomas. And it's good from the elbow. He's got 8.
Well, if you're guarding Thomas, you have to account for that. His jumper is most consistent off the catch.
Hero passes to Olynyk. Shoots from the baseline. And he overshot that one, missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first one falls.
You got to like about Lance Thomas is that he's worked as hard for his career as anyone in the league after going undrafted.
The Heat trail by 6. Rockets the pass to Crowder. Down low, Leonard. They get the rebound. Goes back up, puts it up, and it's sent back by Allen. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Silva. Knocked loose. Goes up again, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Nets leading by 6. Crawford left side. Chioza passes to Crawford. And the shot goes in from Karuch. Karuch has got 8 points.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Silva in at the 3 spot, bubbled by Crawford. Leonard attacking. Silva the pass to Leonard. Here's Nunn. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Nunn's got his first basket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Allen left side. And it's Allen with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Nunn. And again, Miami with the triple.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Chioza trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Outside Robinson. Here's Nunn. Feeds it to Leonard. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Allen. Back to Karuch. Crawford outside. High post try. Here's Chioza. Drains the 3-pointer. Chioza's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
And Leonard gets it to go.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Here's Karuch. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Nets lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Crawford, no one around him. But they recover it. Back to Karuch. Crawford outside. Pass to Temple. Another shot. It's hauled in by the Heat. Robinson goes in. Banked in off the glass. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. This one for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. Robinson finds Leonard. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight. Nets leading by 6. Crawford passes to Karuch. Leonard with the steal. Robinson down low. To the right side. Nunn passes to Adebayo. From outside the arc. Kept alive. Leonard kicks to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Back to Adebayo. Clock at 4. A second chance effort. And it's Leonard missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Allen. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Outside for Robinson. Left side, Leonard. It's stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Karuch. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. 11 seconds left in the game. Adebayo passes to Robinson. There's Dragic with the 3. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right, that's it.
And a shot from before as the Miami team bus arrived at the arena. And let's go. Well, Victor, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Indiana moving the ball around. There's the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Back to Jones. Pass to Nunn. Now, here is Robinson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Oladipo with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now, here is Robinson. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. First quarter, just over a minute played, and he comes up with the deuce.
We know Oladipo is one of the quickest guys in the game. He is devastating on the drive.
Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Second chance shot. None. That's good.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. Warren. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Well, you like the effort of T.J. Warren, capitalizing when he's shooting in the painted area.
Butler on the way. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Stolen by Warren. Oladipo, left side, uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about the confidence from the 6'4" guard, Victor Oladipo, aggressive, close to the cup.
Outside Robinson. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the health healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Pacers. And then for Miami, Jay Crowder comes in for Derek Jones. And Hero subbed in for Robinson.
Clearly a foul.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Justin Holiday's checked in for Aaron Holiday. Heat also with the sub. Dragic is checked in.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And it's Warren with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 4-point game. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And Greg, you cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And he makes good on the layup. Warren's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Now Crowder. Butler on the way. And in the game with Charlotte, he did not play well. Passes to Hero. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get a shot off. Crowder from outside. Rebounded by McDermott. On offense, here are the Pacers. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now, here's Warren. After the miss from Jay Crowder. Here's Brogdon. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And it's Dragic off the drive. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Iguodala, the pass to Leonard. Here's McConnell. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Indiana moving the ball around. Rebound by Olynyk.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Iguodala outside. Outside Leonard. Trying to get something going. A rebound by Bitadze. Here's McDermott. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we... The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how
feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots.
Oh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Bitadze, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The kick out to Dragic. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. The pass to Silva. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Pass to Olynyk. 4 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Lets it go. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nothing like combining a long frame with a willingness to out-hustle everyone on the court. That defines Kelly Olynyk.
The Heat trail by 10.
I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
Pass to Sumner. Puts up a three. Miami grabs the miss. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Silva, the pass to Olynyk, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. The Pacers making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Nunn's checked in. Back to Leonard. Kicks to Olynyk. Passes it to Nunn. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. And here's a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for T.J. McConnell. And Doris, you look at Turner's impact. It's definitely at both ends of a floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter. And now all of a sudden he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. And again, the turnover by the Heat. With this break in the action, here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top passing teams in the league. The Pacers in fifth.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Here's Oladipo. Robinson with the block. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Crowder.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Turner. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Turner. The shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Robinson misses. Pacers leading by 7. Here's Warren. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. That shot misses. Inside. Robinson kicks to Crowder. Back to Robinson. Now the pass to Hero. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Back to Adebayo. And there's the feed to Robinson. From deep three-point range. Hero, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Pass to Nunn. Back to Adebayo. Off the left rim and out. Pass to Holiday. And the officials call a traveling violation. And Miami has possession. And so it's Indiana bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is... So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They have a nice 7-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you... And that's a...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. We've seen T.J. Warren really having a great game.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting for Indiana.
And he knocks down the first one. Brogdon hits them both. The Heat trail by 11. Adebayo passes to Butler. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Brogdon. Back to Jones.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Miami, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. And it's Warren with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler deciding where to go with it, and Jones has it in the corner. Nunn passes to Jones, and Jones slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
The Heat trail by 9. Robinson drives in, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets a finish.
A different look for Miami. Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo, and it's Iguodala in for Robinson.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
Here's Sumner, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. Up again, Warren. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pacers lead by 11.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
Pass to Butler. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, if you had a list of players with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Here's Sumner. Yes, that goes in. Sumner's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and then to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Silva. Bitadze, the pass to McDermott, and there it is for him. McDermott's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. A different look for Miami. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk. Crowder comes in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo, Doris. What was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
And stolen by McConnell. And a fast break now for the Pacers. McDermott passes to Holiday. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Pacers. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the pass to Silva. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Pass to Hero. Here's Crowder. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Crowder's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Pacers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Turner with the steal. Holiday goes in, and the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been putting on a... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances. From these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Heat, we've got Hero. Myers-Leonard is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Dragic, and it's Crowder in at the small forward position. Pass to Hero. The kick out to Dragic. That's a 2 from Crowder, and the jumper is good. Pacers leading by 16. Holiday surveying the floor. Holiday attacking, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. First free throw is good. Indiana making some changes. Warren's checked in for Doug McDermott, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Victor Oladipo.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Shot from the top of the key. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Brogdon. Brogdon's got 4 assists now tonight. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Stolen by Warren, and up the court come the Pacers on the break. That one goes in, and the Pacers lead by 20.
Not everything fell for them in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Leonard, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Leonard. Takes it off the glass.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Down low. That one drops for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Adebayo passes to Leonard. Out to the right wing. Robinson drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pacers. And Holiday kicks to Holiday. Crowder with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Robinson. Nobody back.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Jones against Warren. That one, no good. Good D by Brogdon. It's Oladipo on the wing, defended by Butler. The Heat trail by 14. Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pacers.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for T.J. Warren.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Robinson. Here's Jones. Passes it to Butler. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded by Holiday. Miami again turning it over. Here's McConnell. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah, I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. If you look at Miami, they've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
So here's Miami's starting group. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 5. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
Bucket is good.
The in-between game of Porter continues to improve. A legitimate score from this area.
And stolen by White. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Carter with the jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. But they've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
And Levine, here we go. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
At the elbow, Jones. Pass to Nunn. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Robinson. Miami needs to get a shot off. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And then Levine with the jam.
Oh, the lightning quick reflexes of Porter. They're just outstanding. Crafty at coming up with steals.
Good ball movement here by Miami. To the paint. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. Shoots from 12. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 15-4 run. It's Porter outside. Here's Carter. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Carter's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Robinson kicks to Adebayo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. He's been dominant over the last month. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
And Butler with the second chance points.
Such a rugged player. If you forget where Butler is, he's going to hit the boards hard.
Pass to Satoransky. Shoots the three. Crowder pulls it in. The Heat trail by 12. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Miami also making a switch. Iguodala's checked in. To the left wing. Passes it to Hutchison. And he goes in for the dunk.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
In the corner, Crowder with it. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Crowder. To the middle. And Olynyk kicks to Crowder. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And again, the turnover by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's Chicago. They lead by 14. And tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
We've got Satoransky. He's out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Hutchinson in at the small forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Valentine's checked in for Satoransky. Chicago leading by 14. Now with this face-up game, Myers Leonard comfortable playing at power forward or center.
Yeah, Kevin, but if you look at the muscle he's added, he sure looks like a pivot. I mean, 7'1", solid, 260. The hammer. Well, that's at least what he calls himself. He's ready to bang.
The pass to Silver. Rebound by the Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Count it. Young's got his first points of the game.
What unselfishness from the young guard Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
The Heat trail by 18. Here's Dragic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Dunn picks one up. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. You throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's White. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 6.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude, David. Thanks. Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Butler, he's checked in for the Heat. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Harrison. Outside, White. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago. Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Andre Iguodala. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Markkanen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Like the vision from Porter. Not just looking for his own shot. Constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Here's Nunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Miami again turning it over. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in.
There is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable. It feels like he can score at will from there.
And that one's good. Harrison.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Good ball movement here by Miami. They need this one. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hero's got his first 2 points of the night, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Bulls.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's right around 17 points a night, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
And that one's good. Harrison.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Olynyk the pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. Outside Butler. Passes it to Hero. Now here's Olynyk out to the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Young comes in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bean passes to Cornett. Outside, Levine. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Olynyk. 3-pointer, Crowder. Rebound by the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Satoransky. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Nice.
And so it's Chicago, having no problems at all. Up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 8 points, 2 assists, and that'll do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
On the floor for Miami, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's none in at the point. White dishes to Markkanen. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, Zach Levine possesses a speed, Chris, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
On the wing, Levine. And White kicks to Porter. Trying to get open is Carter. And Porter is good for three. Porter's got 5 now.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
I mean, an obsessive personality type Jimmy Butler. Back in Marquette, he'd stop a fast break drill when he caught a pass with one hand instead of two and say, do it over. That perfectionism, it still drives him today.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Valentine in for Otto Porter Jr. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Chalk up 2 there. And Jimmy Butler, a creature of habit, isn't he, Chris?
Oh, yeah, Kevin. He eats the same meals for breakfast and lunch. He watches the same movies over and over, the same thing every day. It's brought him to this point, right? So why stop now?
White, wide open. He fires. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Robinson. Silva, the pass to Leonard. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Out to Carter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And that one against the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere.
They sure will.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Let's quickly go to the rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have piled up the most assists since the All-Star break. And you look at White, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love it.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And Satoransky's subbed in for Denzel Valentine. Harrison passes to Cornette. Olenek with the steal. To the paint. Here's Dragic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Here's White. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Hero. And no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. He lobs it up.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Crowder kicks to Dragic. And he's good on the three ball. Dragic has got 7 points.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Rejected by Crowder. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. Iguodala outside. Pass to Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 8. Rebound by the Bulls.
Nice work to get good position inside. He just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
The shot. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. The scoring. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here are the Heat. They've got Dunn. Harrison out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys in a year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players in the league, period.
Done outside. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
What touch on the deep ball. You can see Dunn becoming more confident in his long-range shot.
And the pass to Olenek. Out in his own on the break. Here's Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Satoransky. Hill dishes to Jones. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Valentine. Floats it up for Young. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And that one goes long.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Inside, Gafford, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Robinson finds Leonard to end the run, and Robinson that time on the assist by Leonard.
The assist
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Hutchison, guarded by Robinson.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Here's Jones, rebounded by Gafford.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Valentine passes to Dunn. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Hutchison passes to Valentine. 1:29 left in the fourth. Dunn shot's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Wendell Carter.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands. His steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Young. Shaquille Harris comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Satoransky's subbed in for Dunn.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Dragic dishes to Crowder. Right side Hill. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Here's Satoransky. Buries it down low.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Yeah, easy call.
No good on that one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Throws it up high. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Here's Crowder, and he banks in the layup.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Iguodala left side. No good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA.
Our camera circling high above. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
So the Nets starting five. Jared Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the one. And for Miami, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized forward.
And here's Miami. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Back to Butler. Over Harris. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Robinson against LeVert. Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Nunn. Back to Jones. The pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 2. Excellent D there from Allen.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
LeVert finds Allen. Back to LeVert. Three-pointer. No good on that one. Now the Heat with it.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Back to Jones, and stolen by Harris. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Thomas got his second basket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Adebayo. Good, nice job down low.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
LeVert finds Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Now here's LeVert. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Drills the three-pointer. LeVert's got 5.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Butler passes to Jones. Now Adebayo. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's LeVert. He's got 5 over Robinson, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
LeVert with a wide open look. And the Nets another 3.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Jones finds Butler. Here's Adebayo. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And here are the Heat now. They trail by 11. The rebound by Johnson. The Nets on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. For three, Harris. No good on that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Right side Crowder. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Passes to LeVert from deep. Here's Karuch. Puts it up from 15. The shot misses. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Karuch. Luwawu is out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Johnson, and it's Temple in at the 2-guard spot. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Crowder. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
He's looking for Olynyk and finds him. Back to Iguodala. The kick out to Dragic. 5 to shoot. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Down low, Luwawu, and he slams it one-handed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Miami. Advantage in 1 series. And, of course, there's the Nets, a few slots below them.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are, and at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Hero. Back to Olynyk. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. Really, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. I mean, also have the same, I guess, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
Here's Johnson. Allen. A tip in on the offensive rebound.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
To the inside. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And that game against the Wizards, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Allen, that's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
It's good. Harris has got 5 points so far.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Butler finds Robinson. Right wing. Here's Nunn. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Pass to Chioza. Right side, Thomas. Butler with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Nunn passes to Silva. Right side, Robinson. That's tipped and stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Dishes it to Allen. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 15. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Miami foul. No. That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
Here's Harris, and he lays it straight in. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Adebayo. 2 on the clock, and he sinks the layup.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
They've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Nets leading by 10. Here's Chioza. Thomas kicks to Harris. Over Jones. That's good from Harris on the assist from Thomas. Harris has got 9.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Adebayo finds Jones, and that one drops for him.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Over to the wing. Chioza passes to Allen. 7-foot shot, and it's good off the glass. He's got 8. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for the Nets. Temple comes in for Joe Harris. Adebayo kicks to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Crowder. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Kurucs passes to Chioza. Crowder with the steal. Now here's Adebayo. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his third foul of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Heat. And the Nets making a change here. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Allen up top. He kicks to Temple. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Kurucs. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. The Heat trail by 12. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. From past the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the paint. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second basket of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Johnson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Leonard, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And the shot goes in from Kurucs. And the Nets lead by 14.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. For 3, Harris. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Heat trail by 12. Silva, the pass to Leonard. And again, the turnover by the Heat. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Third is Jared Allen.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Every one of them possesses a great touch around the basket. When they receive the ball in good position in the paint, it is just about automatic.
Thomas dishes to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Silva, again, the Heat, good for 2.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Nets leading by 12. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drops in the tray. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Feeds to Iguodala. It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Thomas is running. Chalk up 2 there. Thomas got 6.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Dragic, the pass to Leonard. The kick out to Dragic. Here's Hero. Pass to Leonard. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
They need this. The shot, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Smitty, when things get heated between two players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because of strategy-wise, if I was playing, Kevin, and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day, you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Joe Harris is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And here's Harris from the arc. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Shoots from 12. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Heat moving the ball around to the middle. It's deflected. Wants to get it to Butler and does. 5 on the clock. Pass to Adebayo. Outside for Robinson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Adebayo kicks to Butler. The pass to Nunn. Inside. Here's Jones from 12 feet out. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Pass to LeVert. He feeds it to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Stolen. Harris dishes to Allen. Knocked away. And stolen by Butler. Pushing it up. Moving it up. Stolen by LeVert. Here's Chiozza. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
To the paint, here's Adebayo.
Jimmy Butler is on it. Staying alert, finds his man, breaking free.
Harris looking it over. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
The kick outside to Butler. Harris against Robinson. Nunn passes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Jones. And it's Chiozza with the rebound.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
This was a team performing to its fullest capabilities.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jared Allen.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
Harris finds Thomas. High post Allen. Thomas with the ball. Butler covering. And then Thomas with the jam.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Hero passes to Dragic. Here's Crowder. Rebounded by the Nets. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Here's Temple. Fires for 3. No good.
Defensively, the way Crowder gets after.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Coming into Miami, Florida.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be...
We welcome you to Noche NBA. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Heat, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. Butler passes to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Actually, I thought they might be able to sustain that momentum that they picked up in the fourth quarter, but was not meant to be.
Now here's Jones after Malcolm Brogdon's miss. And the shot goes in. And Brent, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
And the players know it well, too, don't they?
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up.
Oladipo, the pass to Warren. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Indiana moving it around. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Butler finds Jones. Outside Butler to the wing right side. And here's Jones. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Over to the wing. Nunn passes to Butler. The shot will not fall. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Butler. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. The kick outside to Butler. From downtown, buries it from three-point range.
And this is an element of Butler's game that is deadly. He's as consistent as it gets, rising up off the pass.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the score by Miami. Here's Robinson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Indiana shooting their first free throw for the night right here. That free throw good from Brogdon.
Well, Brogdon being the rookie of the year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Crowder. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Iguodala dishes to Crowder. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Hero. It's over Brogdon. That one a little long.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Miami leading by 5. Pass to Dragic. Here's Hero. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, Miami with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
McDermott passes to McConnell, 11 feet away. Fires the 3. Crowder pulls it in. The Heat have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Itadze, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Olynyk the pass to Crowder. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Sumner, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well.
I worked extremely hard to...
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Silva in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Passes it to Crowder. Dragic on the follow. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pacers trail by 7. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement, both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic, similar. Great use of speed change.
Iguodala against Holiday. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. And it's all knotted up.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
To the middle. Here's Sumner. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Fast break, here they come. Here's Iguodala, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Iguodala's got his first 2 points.
Well, Iguodala's setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Pass to Sumner. Outside Holiday to the left wing. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And it's Miami with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Iguodala, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Silva, the pass to Leonard. Tipped away. And a fast break now for the Pacers. 2 points. That one goes. Vitadze's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Nuggets looking it over to the paint. From 8. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
The Pacers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Yeah, it's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Cuts off the pass. Outside Butler. Back to Olynyk. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Warren. And the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Man, some good defense from Oladipo to take that one.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good for the Pacers. The first quarter was pretty even. They never got too far behind as their largest. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Miami trailing, and on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Holiday in at the 2. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Brogdon. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Warren kicks to Oladipo. Outside Warren. And stolen by Butler. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Pacers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Oladipo outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Robinson with the block. And he gets it back. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Oladipo, a guy who can live at the line with his power and explosiveness around the glass.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. Butler against Oladipo. Butler kicks to Robinson. Now here's Butler. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. A three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holiday gets the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Good on the bucket as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Oladipo, the pass to Warren. And it's the Heat on the break. Butler with the ball. Here's none. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Indiana moving the ball around. Oladipo finds Brogdon. Holiday with the 3, and Indiana another 3.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Oladipo dishes to Warren. To the inside. The shot by Turner, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Adebayo. Jones, no luck.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Good. Oladipo's got 6 here in this quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brogdon outside. Back to Holiday. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Holiday's got 12 points here in the second half.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And there's the pass to Nunn. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
It's stolen by Jones. Pushing it up. It's stolen by Oladipo. Turner looking around. Holiday with the 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Iguodala out there with Myers-Leonard. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero in the shooting guard.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Sampson. He's covered by Leonard. Has to be Tadze. Second shot opportunity, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Andre Iguodala. And the first one drops. Turner's checked in for Indiana. So he gets them both. The Heat trail by 5. Dragic the pass to Leonard. A rebound by Bitadze. Indiana's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. To the right side. Passes it to Turner. For the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Turner's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Got that one up quick. McConnell's got 4 this quarter.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket as he's putting this one to bed.
Pass to Hero. He feeds it to Leonard. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Olynyk the pass to Hero. Shot to stop the run. Pacers with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Inside, McConnell. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. And now a 12-point Pacer lead.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
And that one's good. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Bounce pass from McConnell. Here's Turner. Again, Indiana.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Iguodala. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think will have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jones comes in for Leonard. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Hero. There's Dragic with the three. Offensive rebound. He gets that one.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Puts one up from 19. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Here's McDermott. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ogden against Dragic. Jones dishes to Dragic. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. McDermott passes to Warren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pacers lead by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Pacers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Miles Turner.
And so many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And it's Indiana's ball, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's McDermott. Brogdon kicks to McDermott. Shot clock at 5. Over Butler. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Our camera circling high above. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter at the three. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at point. Robinson drives in, and it's sent back by Carter. Levine against Butler. Levine passes to Markkanen. Over Jones. Markkanen can't get it to go. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who is the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
The Heat have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. It's stolen by Carter. Over Adebayo. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Markkanen. Carter's got 6.
He moves well without the ball. Carter Jr. positions himself well for catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Robinson against Levine. Jones kicks to Robinson. Clock at 6. Over Levine. Robinson misses.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And it's Carter missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's Levine. Oh.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Young passes to Cornett. Paxton coming off the assist from Young.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Crowder kicks to Olynyk. Iguodala outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Cornett. The Heat, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. And Levine here. Oh, he delivers that with
I can't believe it.
force.
I cannot believe that. And this gets the team fired up. Levine is an energizer who enjoys dropping the hammer on the drive.
Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From outside, off the mark. Now the Bulls with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And Levine throws it down.
Go get it, young man. Go get it. Levine's so fun to watch on these alley-oops.
To the inside. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Cans it from downtown. Chicago leading. Dunn attacking. Satoransky the pass to Young. That one falls.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
That's a good break. I mean, it's tough to connect on those long distance passes.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle, just 3 on the clock, and the basket by Hutchison.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Bulls lead by 6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, we've got Hero. He's out there with Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Silva in at the 4. Here's Harrison. And Satoransky kicks to Harrison. And it's off from three-point range. The Heat trail by 6. And the former number 11 pick in 2012. It's taken some time for Myers Leonard. But you know what, Chris? The last couple of seasons, his offensive game really is rounding into form.
Yeah, and I wonder, because he's a great shooter and a quick twitch athlete that can get his head at the rim, with a strong season at the line, could he be inducted into the 50, 40, 90 club?
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Miami foul call. Silva. That's his first personal foul.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. It's stolen by Adebayo.
Turnovers haven't been a problem for them so far, but they didn't do a very good job taking care of the ball.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Bulls leading by 6. Passes to Valentine. There's the pass to Carter. Silva, light covering. Here's Nunn. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality. A hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Shot clock at 3. Adebayo with the bucket.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Adebayo finds Leonard. The kick outside to Butler. Leonard, no luck. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside.
There's Harrison, defended by Butler. Pass to Hutchison. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Hutchinson's got his second basket of the night.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Porter's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Robinson goes in. Silva, the pass to Butler. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Robinson. The 3. Miami no good on that time either. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 5-point game. Here's Porter. The feed now to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Robinson for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harrison scanning the floor. White, wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Baseline jumper, and the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Adebayo.
Well, I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing the court.
And it's White missing.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Chicago shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Yeah, growing up in Finland and going to college in the U.S., Lauri Markkanen quickly made the adjustment to the NBA, making the all-rookie team with the Bulls.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Carter. Satoransky comes in for Harrison. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Pass to Hero. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. Hero's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. From deep 3-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 9 points and 2 assists. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Nunn. Robinson passes to Nunn. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And Adebayo throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And stolen by Butler. And it's the Heat on the break for the finish. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Chicago leading. And LaVine, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And here are the Bulls now after the Heat pick up 2. And Jones sends it back. Porter against Butler. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Good on the three-point shot. Robinson's got 6. And with LaVine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with LaVine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
The Bulls making a switch here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Heroes checked in for Derek Jones. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Bulls. Rockets the pass to Hero. He kicks to Olynyk. 5 to shoot. Down low. And here's Iguodala outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And Iguodala comes to help. They grab their own miss. And Cornett gets it to go.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got his second bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Cornett passes to Young. Great D that time from Iguodala.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Here's Hero. Missed inside.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Young drives in. Passes it to Valentine. Young against Iguodala. From about 16, Young's shot is off. The Heat with the lead. Hero passes to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by Young.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
No good from Dragic. The Bulls shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Dunn, wide open, he fires, drains it from beyond the arc. Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Certainly a work in progress from there, but Dunn really needs to become a knockdown threat from downtown.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Satoransky's checked in for 3. Olynyk nailed from three-point land. Olynyk's got 5.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
And here is Olynyk. 5 points in the game. And here they come. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. No good on the shot. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And we'll be back with you right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Iguodala out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. To the paint. Here's Dunn. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Oh, sloppy finish. D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Dishes it to Iguodala. Lets it go from deep. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Hero passes to Dragic. Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. And stolen by Dunn. Young in the corner. Outside Porter. To the left side wing. Satoransky. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Back to Olynyk. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, that's pretty nice work there as a roll man. Olynyk executing to perfection.
Here's Markkanen. And the shot is long. The Heat trail by 3. Puts it up. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that is reflected in the score. Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
The pass to Dragic. To tie it up. Olynyk can't hit. Chicago leading by 3. Young taking his time here. Over to the left wing. Dunn shot's good.
Oh, gaining more confidence in himself. Dunn takes and makes these shots. He goes a long way.
Pass to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Hero. From outside the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Zach LaVine comes in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. Took him no time at all on that one. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago.
Oh, I like watching Porter fill it up from the mid-range, demonstrating a nice touch from the in-between area of the floor.
Robinson for 3. It's good from long range.
Wow, he's a confident shooter from 3-point range. I mean, even with the D hovering near him.
LaVine for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Jones, and Jones slams it home.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Releases. And it's White missing. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
For 3, LaVine buries it from outside.
oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalize in the flex.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. Here's none. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Levine, here we go. Money!
Staying under control in key moments. I mean, the way Levine handles these important possessions are so impressive.
It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
.34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. White up top. Robinson against Levine. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Miami called for the foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
Out left to the wing. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
Out to White. So the Bulls win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better.